And...
Woo!
Yeah! Yeah! Good morning. It's day 57, I think.
57.
And we had a good rainy night.
It was not bad. Yeah, it was peaceful. Once
Yeah.
we got all situated.
Yeah, camped right there. So we got a little bit of protection from the rhododendrons, but not really.
I got really freaked out last night because I heard a big thud and like a branch, and I was like, oh my gosh, the food bags totally fell. And I was ready to go outside and just like inspect what was happening, but it was pouring. So I fell back asleep, and
Yeah, that was not happening.
this morning they were still hanging, which is no less than a miracle, because this thud like woke me up. It was so loud.
It was a big thud.
Yeah.
Sounded like a bear falling from a tree.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I tried out my new air mattress, my air pad rather. They sent me a too large of a size, so it's extremely wide and long.
I think it's pretty nice.
I hate it.
It's very salty.
I hate it. I hate that I have to carry it, and I think I might send the whole thing back and just sleep on my Nemo. So that's where we're at. And it's 7:30, so we're not getting a super early start, but we killed it yesterday, so we deserve this.
We deserve this.
Gonna have some brekkie and hit the trail. On the trail again. And I am going to definitely send this air pad home first chance we get. It is just too big and bulky. I got used to sleeping on the Nemo. It's crazy, but I adjusted to it. And now, honestly, that's all I want to sleep on. The air pad was just too big and in the way. I kept sliding down. Yeah, no, I'm all set. Plus, I had to put it in the top underneath my brain because I had no other room in my pack. Well, anyways, we are gonna be going probably 15 or 18 miles today, depending on when we crap out, basically. We will see how far we get. If we haven't already passed it, we're gonna pass the quarter waypoint today, which is absolutely wild. We just passed 500 and now we're already at the quarter way. That is something. This hike is going by a lot quicker than I thought it would. I think it's gonna dry out, warm up a bit later, but right now it's still just kind of cool and damp. You know, it's funny because we weren't sure if we'd be seeing many other people that we'd know right off the bat, but yesterday we actually ran into a few people that we hadn't seen in a while, which makes sense because, you know, we stayed back. They caught up, and yeah, bobsled and Luna Moth and Blueberry, they all went in. They actually got picked up and went into Damascus, and I think they're gonna take a couple zeros there. We saw them for a little bit, and now they're gonna be behind us again, but that's okay. I'm sure we will see them again when we have to take another break from trail, which hopefully not soon, but you know, if it happens. But it's cool, you know, the bubble that we know is kind of just like all spread out over the course of like 5 days, 6 days. We have friends in front of us as well as friends behind us. Oh, look at what we have here. Wow. And... Woo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, this side says
God,
3/4.
3/4.
Wow, well, makes sense. We did it, guys. Doesn't feel real.
It feels real.
We did it.
Much trial and
much error
and much joy to get to this point.
548 miles later. Actually, the official, for 2022, the official quarter waypoint isn't until another half mile. But sign's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We love it. And wow, it's been
So
so
proud
great
of us.
so far.
Wow! Quarter of the way, you guys. I cannot believe it. The hike has just been incredible. So much more of a roller coaster than I ever expected. So beautiful. I'm so grateful we still have the 3/4 to go. You really do start to feel it flying as soon as you hit about 400. Then, you know, you hit about another 100-mile marker every week, and it's pretty surreal. I believe we walked almost 23 miles yesterday. Pretty crazy. And my body was totally okay with it. So that's really encouraging. And I think that's our sign that we've really got our stride now. I am just incredibly grateful to be well, and our bodies are holding up. Yeah, we're gonna make that big push. The last of the 3 digits are in Virginia, because the Virginia border is at mile 1008. So that's really cool. We'll be entering the 4s in this state.
So I'm really on kind of a plant identifying spree here, or at least I'm trying. Right now, I'm currently trying to, I know what poison ivy looks like. You know, leaves of 3 and all that. But right now, I'm just trying to identify poison oak. I don't really know how to tell it from just an oak sapling, for example. So that's something that I'm trying to do today. I'm using this Seek app, and every time I try to identify it, it just tells me it's an oak, member of the oak family. It doesn't really tell me much else other than that. I'm also trying to identify poison sumac, which looks a lot different from poison ivy and poison oak. It's more of like a bush. The leaves on it kind of remind me of like a mountain laurel almost, and it has these like white buds or flower looking things. That's what I'm doing today. I'm just trying to identify these things, because before now I never really took a huge interest in knowing what we were hiking around. Since being on the AT, I've really felt like I just want to know everything. I want to know everything about, you know, where we're hiking, and you know, it just makes me feel closer to nature and the earth if I can more easily identify certain things. If any of you guys have any tips or tricks of how to identify poison oak and poison sumac, drop it in the comments below, because I could definitely use some help. Are there any botanists in the area? Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Oh, I win. I cross first.
What are you doing?
I'm planking.
You're
Ready?
planking? Oh, very good.
All core.
We definitely need more exercise out here. Beautiful. Virginia is just stunning. Just rolling hills and farms and
Cows.
bursting with cows and greenery.
Well, I think this is the biggest sugar maple we have seen yet. Look at that thing. Massive trunk, sprawling limbs, absolute unit. All these trees are sugar maples. They're all huge. All in a row. Almost as if someone planted them there. And into another pasture. Oh, hello, Fern.
Hello.
I'm in the fence. Ooh. What's gonna be in this field, huh?
It's a tight squeeze.
It is. Got some cows. They look pretty young. Can hardly see them over the grass. What's up, guys? You're mere babes. All of ya. Oh. Hey, guys. They're so small. Fern. They're little babes. We were dodging their pies back there. Oh, there they go. They're in like a sea of their own food. How awesome would that be to be in like a sea of like
Well, I think that's like for
food.
us when we go to the grocery store to resupply when we're hungry.
You think?
That's what this feels like.
You think? So you think this right here is like the grocery store to a cow?
Yeah, to a through hiker, it's the grocery store.
It's the grocery store, okay. Although we can't just eat it straight off the shelf. That's why the cows have it so good. They can just take it. They don't gotta pay for it. Well, hello, Gypsy. What are you having for lunch today? Oh, I don't know. I'm just having some stuffed peppers with some sugar snap peas and some serrano sauce and some pepperoni on the other side. Put that all together. Oh, the pea came out. Yum, yum. Okay, this has got to be the tallest fence crossing that we've had to go over.
So pointless.
It's so, look at
I'm
this.
over it.
Look at this.
Why?
Why though? Seriously. We gotta climb up over this whole thing with our packs. Oh, looks like some people go under there. Actually. Nah. Not doing that. Climb the gates. Climb the gates.
That's how I feel about the gate.
This gate sucks. It's not even a gate.
Thou shalt not pass.
They don't want us to pass.
They want me to trip and fall.
So rude. So rude.
So pointless.
Well, here's something you don't see every day. Who knew butterflies like to chill on poo? Looks like coyote. Oh, but although people did say in the last
They like
butterfly,
the salt.
yeah, they like the salt.
Is poop salty?
Do coyotes have salty poo? I don't know. You guys can decide in the comments. I didn't do it, I swear. There's a bunch of other stuff here too. Too bad people do that to these poor trees. And it's really terrible. Well, we've made it to VA 42 and the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel is up here, I guess. We are going to go there, grab, I think, 1 day's resupply, charge some things, hopefully be out of there in pretty short of a time. But that's where the trail keeps going. But yeah, we're gonna go run off and do that, and then hopefully camp like 3 miles up the trail. And there it is. Yeah. Guess this is it.
Well, we just had a delightful little pit stop at the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel. It is owned by a retired couple, and this is kind of their retirement plan, living here and running this little hostel. They have a little doorbell you ring, and unfortunately I rung it and woke him up from his nap. But he was a very kind man. His name was Bob. Yeah, we just grabbed some resupply, sodas, ice cream. It was a very small resupply, I will say. They didn't really have very much, but the people were just so kind. And I'd highly recommend stopping by, because I feel like they don't get as many visitors because the quarterway in is just before the Bear Garden. I think a lot of people just go to the quarterway and then pass by this one. We did kind of the opposite because it's actually a closer side trail. This one, it was only like a 0.2 walk off the AT, so highly recommend visiting them. We are back on the road, and apparently Lynn Creek is only like ankle deep. Lynn Creek you have to ford because the bridge has been out for several years. We are gonna be fording Lynn Creek tomorrow, but yeah, southbounder told us it's only ankle deep, so that's exciting. And yeah, we just got about 3.5 miles to camp, and we'll be calling it an early night.
Well, I guess this shelter is known for having the world's smallest picnic table. Not really, but wow, they have a really small picnic table here. Looks like someone came with a chainsaw and just bzz, cut it right in half. Anyways, we are at the shelter now, and we'll check it out, but we might be just moving right past. But yeah, let's check it out. All right, so we're here at the the Not Mall shelter. The reason why I said that is because someone wrote Darth over Mall.
The Darth Mall shelter.
And this is my apprentice, Darth Not. Oh my goodness, we got some jokers over here. Although we got New Hampshire 48, Live Free or Die. We know we saw Tarzan. He was just here. But yeah, there's a couple cool ones. And then, yeah, just a small little shelter, like 4-person. And there's a worm. And yeah, pretty small. Not Mall shelter. Darth Mall shelter. I'll just call it that. But yeah, there were 3 people here when we got here, and they said they were moving on to the tent site that we're gonna hopefully be at tonight. But they said it's a pretty big site, so hopefully, you know, we'll have a few neighbors, but hopefully we'll still get a good spot. Yeah. All right, 1 more mile.
Let's do it. So
we've been hearing some pretty good things about the Lynn Creek campsite, and look at this, you guys. Look at this. This is it. Gonna tent up here. Got our own fire pit. There's stone benches. Check that out. And look at this. Direct river access. riverfront property. We've been dreaming of this, and we can go here in the morning and wash our face. We're so excited for this. This is literally like our dream campsite right now.
We've been waiting for this moment to have a site like this.
Hashtag blessed.
It's finally happened.
Oh yeah. Best campsite ever.
Best one ever.
We're going round 2 already.
Round 2.
Hell yeah. We already had first dinner. I haven't even touched mine. I made this thing. Stuffing, mashed potato, cheese, peppers, tuna. Pretty much everything.
Evan likes his 5-in-1 meal. I think it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's everything all at once, man. It's all...
I make separate bags of mashed potato and ramen.
Nope, not me. It's all going to the same place. Bear bags are hung. That was one of my better hangs. We have this beautiful white noise sound to fall asleep to. Here's Fern. We're at...
Hello! I'm ready for my spotlight.
Yes, at the best camp spot ever. Yeah, we're really happy with this spot. And here's our lovely home. Highly recommend if you're ever coming through here. Lynn Creek. We will fall asleep to this beautiful
cascading
rushing river.
So pretty.
Yes. It's been a really nice day.
It was an easy day for us.
Yeah,
almost
16
15
miles or 15. But yeah, we got a lot done, and we've mapped out the next 3 days.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a good day, probably 19. Next day is gonna be like 23.
We're gonna try to do it so that we can do a 18 after that, and then just 4 miles into Woods Hole Hostel, because we want to make that Nero as easy as possible for us. So it's basically a 0 at that point. So yeah, that's our plan.
Try to get a good start going tomorrow. We'll see you guys bright and early.
Good night.
Night night.